It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Dolphins and the Raiders, next on Madden Football.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there.
On the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run here with a rookie. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Mitchell over the middle. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. They run with Cunningham. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Again, Cunningham here on the ground. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
But we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Completes this one to Meredith. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Cunningham. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in Vegas. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them in contract time.
3rd and 8. Back to throw. Porter. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off play action. Mitchell. And that one to the right side and incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. Short throw caught by Bowers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 59 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
2nd and 2. That's to Bowers once again. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off the play fake. Porter. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Here's a give up the middle. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a 2nd and 6. They go with Cunningham. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Up the middle they go. It's Cunningham, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Off play action. Mitchell. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out come the Raiders. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. In motion goes the tight end. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Able to find Gray here. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Whitfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Operating from the gun, Porter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this pass caught by Gray. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Operating from the gun, Porter. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Porter over the middle, complete. That's Holmes. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. Porter. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Here's Mitchell throwing to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Back to throw again. This one complete to Smallwood. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And taken right on the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play. By the numbers. And they'll indeed take a knee. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Mitchell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Overton. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here now a third down and 8. Back to throw. Mitchell. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Up the middle they go. Overton. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake. Mitchell. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Downfield. Offense.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Looking to throw. Mitchell. Looking middle, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Mitchell off the play fake. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw is Mitchell from the gun on third down. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it fourth down. On now the Miami field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man complete. It's Gray. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gray. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on third down, Porter. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Cunningham. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Mitchell. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Dolphins have opened the lead up to 30. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because He valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper to the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off play action. Porter. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Dolphins offense returning to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And it's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for his defense in this ballgame. That's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. In motion, the tight end. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On the give, this is their fullback. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Up the middle they go. Overton. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Overton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now a handoff up the middle. Overton, and they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Porter. Short throw caught by Bowers. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Porter. Over the middle, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Porter. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Raiders are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Overton. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. Porter. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They'll run on first down. Overton on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Miami, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.